succeed beyond your imagination. Hey, welcome, team. Okay, ground floor. Ground floor, what's it mean? Ground floor mean that's the greatest opportunity for one to ever make the highest levels possible in network marketing. That's what that means. If you're at the right place with the right company, with the right market, right timing, and ground floor is right timing, but you got to have market timing too. There's much more to it than just, being at ground floor. With the right management, the right funding behind it, products that work, that are differentiated from anything else out there, so it makes them different, makes them stand out, and the right leadership team. Yeah. So it's much easier to be with a leadership team and build success than it is for you to try to create it. Okay. Because that's a lot harder. And I'm going to give some examples here with 7K, and I was uh, doing this a little earlier in the prelude. Uh, George Donaldson and Woodrow Venable. Now, Woodrow, when he joined us in 7K, Woodrow is, I think, 82 or 83. He just he had his two knee surgeries, two knee replacements this past a year or more, so year and a half ago, maybe 2 years at most. And he just went through his hip replacement surgery. So he's got new hips, new knees. We told Woodrow, you're going to be the new walking bionic man pretty soon. And well, Woodrow couldn't open an email when he joined me in ground floor in 7K. Uh, couldn't do a text. Didn't know how to do a text. So Woodrow, though stuck, learned, patient. We helped him. I personally sponsored him. So we taught him we got an email account for him. We taught him how to open an email. It took a long time to teach him how to send one. Okay. But then we got him to texting. He could read them, but he didn't send them. Okay. But he could see them when we taught him that. And then we taught him how to log into his account and uh, how to go to the most important things like his left right team, make placements, uh, and that was the process. But he had patience, he had persistence, he didn't give up on himself, but he would talk gold and silver to everybody. Now Woodrow became the number one copper in the company for 3 years in a row, the number one earner in copper, and everybody knew what that meant. You were making $1,000 a week. Okay. That's pretty good extra income. Okay. That's not bad income at all. And Woodrow kept qualifying for him for bronze, never really made bronze. He'd get qualified, then somebody drop out, get qualified, somebody drop out, or whatever. Well, long story short, Woodrow never missed a meeting, never missed the event. He would be here right now if he wasn't at physical therapy uh, and dealing with his health issues still right now. He's with us in ground floor with AGARA. He came in as an emerald. Why? Well, he trusts me. He trusts his upline. He's had years and years of success of whatever he does with me. And so I'm going to tell you how far back this goes. Woodrow was with me in my very first network marketing company, New Skin. Yeah, us O2 guys were in a personal care company. Okay. Now, of course, our wives used the products more than we did. Okay. We used some of the shampoo, some of the men's stuff we used, of course. And well, anyway, and Woodrow went from that to my first gold and silver company, and then it went from that to other gold and silver company that just you know pulled the rug out from underneath us, and then now with Agara, okay, and as an emerald. George George didn't do personal care with me. He came in my first gold and silver company, and he didn't come over first, so he didn't get in until after I had a huge role going. I was making about almost 10,000 a week by the time George joined the very first time with me. He came over to the house and it was full. And we had a big home. We had a 5,000 square foot home, living area home. So we could hold more than 200 people in our home doing a presentation and talking about the business. Okay. So, uh, 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 and then we started 7K in George and Sandra's home because I lived further out of Baton Rouge, inconvenient. Uh, and so George and Sandra had a place that could accommodate, we had over 200 and some people in their home one time with one of our events. But we started with that 15. I want to sponsored Woodrow and George. I got all 15 people there. They didn't bring any guests there. I got everybody there that night. And I let them sponsor each other because that's the way the program worked out to be best. That's not true with AGARA. You don't want to give away people in AGARA. You everybody you bring to the table you want to sponsor. Okay. You want to personally sponsor. That's that's going to help you and help them. Okay, because everybody gets in the driving leg in AGARA. Those first three all get in your the common driving leg of your sponsor or your driving leg in your Infinity team, and that starts a whole new driving leg. And the same thing replicates. So in ground floor, we're going to have everybody's going to have huge long-term driving legs. You're going to be in one and you're going to be the primary cause of the secondary uh, driving leg happening because that's on your Infinity team. So after you sponsor your first three in your foundational team, bingo. Everybody else that you sponsor from here on out, 5 years from now, 6 years from now, 7 years from now, go in your Infinity team. That's your binary income now. Because after you get your first three, you start your binary income. Now, why do you want to get infinite? Why I want you to get your first three as fast as you possibly can. I'd love for you to get it in the first day, like I did. Because you become infinity coded. Now, when you become coded, that means you make extra money. And then you're set for your foundational team bonuses too. So you're not just making money on what you do. That's that first order bonus. You're making money on what your people do too. And this is all part of what I call the infinite unitary. Okay. The front end of the business where you're making money as you're building. So you can build slow or you can build fast or you can build intermediate, but it doesn't matter. You're still going to get there. And so You must stick with the program, my Bob Reid success system, 2 years to learn, skills, attitudes, and technique. You get to earn while you learn. You get those 1099 tax benefits. Don't forget those because, see, that pays for your monthly shipment to stay active. Yes, that's what that does. So you have your taxes building your business for you instead of just letting them go to the stupid government to the waste or get defrauded from us all as they waste it and then it gets fraudulently absconded, right? So what I want to show you something here in this and share my screen now with one chart. Why it's important, why I want everybody to start, why I encourage everybody, treat it like big business, to start your business as an emerald with that start pack of $12.99. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But make a commitment to yourself. Make a commitment to your business. Make a commitment to those that you're here. This will help keep you in this business if you make that kind of commitment. Plus, you're going to have enough product now to actually sample with. Yet this product, this company is built on providing samples the proper way, not just giving out product to anybody and everybody. You got to get a commitment that they're going to use it. Otherwise, you're wasting your money and you're wasting your time. Because if they're not going to use it and use it properly, they're not going to get the benefits from it. They're not going to see it. Very seldomly is it one cup and you see all these miraculous things happening. It typically takes at least 3 to 5 cups in a row, days in a row, where a person actually really starts feeling the results of this company. Now I'm throwing this on the screen so you can see it as I'm talking to here, and I'm not explaining anything right now. But this is why you want to become coded to get that first 3 in that foundational team. Okay. Now the lowest level has become at the 299, the platinum level. 299, 310, something like that. Depends if you get a just pure AGARA Cafe package, or if you're getting a mixed package, it's going to be a little bit more, like a 349 to get the mix pack of the matcha and the AGARA Cafe. So 299 is, let's say, you can enter with one bag and pay your ambassador and become an ambassador and have just one bag order. And then rank yourself up. But that's going to take a long time. And it will take a lot of perseverance and a lot of persistence. And you won't have product to sample with unless you get one bag of sticks. But what about your own consumption? You can't have your own personal testimony. So you need at least a 2-bagger. Okay. Okay. And so if you're doing a 2-bagger, you need to do a bag of scoops for your own personal consumption and a bag of sticks. So you can have 30 samples. And one sample is just a taste. 5 is enough for one day in a row. 5 days with 1 cup a day, 5 days in a row. Now, that's the effective way to sample. You notice when you send samples in your app, they send 5. Okay. And they charge you $4.95 for that. They send it, they send a product card. I mean, this is a beautiful way to doing it. Okay. But you get no product volume that way. Okay. Just to let you know. Okay? So If they were doing product volume, they couldn't charge $5.95 for that. Okay. So get to the point. Make a commitment to your business. Do and set yourself up with the 24X pack. Get in business. That's what it means. Okay. You have enough for your own personal consumption for a while. You have enough for sampling. And yeah, to stay active, you need to order your 2 bags every month. And you put it on easy ship. You get 2 bags of coffee for about $116, and then plus shipping. So I say it, you're paying about $130 a month to stay active, and you're getting product for it. Okay. And make yourself a 2-year commitment. You're going to do that no matter what. No matter what, you're going to do that. Make that commitment to yourself. Because if not, you're just playing around with this. And then you're going to do the job description. You're going to make 5 contacts a day about the coffee, about the opportunity. You're going to pique interest, and then you're going to do the follow-ups, and you're going to have a team leader that you're doing follow-ups with. Okay? That you're putting people on the phone with that team leader or on a Zoom, or you're sending them to a Zoom. And part of piquing their interest is sending them to a Zoom, like the Robert Faison Zoom, which now is only on Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Thursday nights, only 3 nights a week. Sundays is a get started training on Sunday nights. On Tuesdays and Saturdays, we use the corporate Zooms. That's where we send people. And all of that's on the Band app, your Band app, our team Band app. I got everything up there. And so you always have your links and know where to send people if you use the Band app. And then you get your team members on the Band app. Now let's get to why Infinity Coded. The thing I've been having you stare at the screen as I've been talking. Well, everybody's going to sponsor their first 3. That's your foundation team. That's your foundation team. Everybody gets their first 3. Okay. And then you get your next 3, and they go on the opposite side. That's your infinity team. Okay. So when these people get their 3, they all go down that same side too. But here's the key. If you're only earning first order bonus as you enroll these people in your foundation team, then when you enroll your infinity team, you not only get the first order bonus, but you now are coded. Now you're going to get, if they buy the 5X pack, $30. You'll get $30 as a first order bonus, and you'll get $30 as an infinity coded bonus. Whoa. So you get paid twice. And everybody you enroll like that, you get paid twice. Now, here's the thing. If your upline sponsor is 777 coded, they're going to make the difference of what you don't make. Oh, so that's important to be 77 coded. What's it mean to be 77 coded? Well, when I say you're missing income, this is the kind of income you miss. If you are 77 coded, you came in with the 699 pack. You came in with the Ruby pack, the 12X pack. Well, and you get 3 people who come in like that with you. Now, you can get people with 1 bag, 2 bags. They don't count. It's until you get those 3 people that come in at 300 or above. Now, if any one of them comes in at 300, you're only going to be 333 coded. Okay. But that's okay. When you get that third one of, let's say, 700 coded, then you automatically step up and become 77 coded. So let's say you have two that came in at 700 and one at 300, you're only going to be 333 coded. It's the lowest denominator. But when you get that next one, it doesn't matter if they're on the Infinity team or foundational team. When you get that other one, you got three people you personally enrolled. Doesn't matter when you become 7-7 coded. Well, okay. So let's just, for purposes of illustration, so you understand it, let's say the first three people you got in came in at 300 like you're only 333 coded. Well, if they came in with you like you at 700, this is the difference in pay you would make. Now, if you're only 3-3 coded and your sponsor is 7-7 coded, they're going to get the difference here. Because see, when you come in with a 12X pack, that's $100. See, a 5X pack is $30. Well, that's all that can be paid on it, except you get an infinity bonus and your first order bonus. Well, at the 6X pack, that's $100. Well, your next people that come in, you're going to be paid the first order bonus and the infinity bonus. So you get two. You get $200 instead of just $100. But if you are bringing people in and they come in with a 12X pack up here and you're only 3-3 coded, you get $30 because that's all you can get. $30 for a 5X, $30 for a 12X, $30 for a 24X. 30, that's all a 333 coded can get is $30. Well, you bring in somebody that's a 7X, a 12X, well, you're going to get $30, but your sponsor is going to get the $70 difference if they're 7-7 coded or if they're sponsor. So it goes up in that sponsorship line to whoever's 700 coded in that sponsorship line. So you make extra money here. Well, if you're 12 coded, you come in as that emerald, well, you're going to make that $200 first order bonus. On your first three, you'll make $600. If you're 3-3 coded, you bring in somebody with a 24, and you want to do that because you'll want to get 12 coded. You want to get power coded. The only way you can do that is bring in people you personally sponsor and get. Well, you'll get $30 because that's all you can get at 3-3 coded. As a first order bonus, that's all you can get. And if you're infinity coded, your code bonus, then you'll get another $30. Well, if your sponsor or the next person up in your line, in your sponsorship line, is power coded, well, that 24X has $200 worth of commission in it or coded bonus. Well, they're going to get the difference that you didn't get. So it's important for you to become 12 coded, power coded over time. And the fastest way to do that is you've got to have that volume yourself. So if you started at 300, somewhere down the line for you to become power coded, you're going to have extra personal qualifying volume because you got to have 24X total pack purchases before you can become power coded. So I just tell people to start that way. Make a commitment. At a minimum, make a commitment, get here. Because you're going to have to pay the difference here to get coded. You can't just come in at $299 and step up to you get three people at something. No, it's what you do and they do. So it's all of you combined. I think there's been a misunderstanding with some people that started at lower levels. Now, you can rank yourself up. That means you can get two personally sponsored platinums that you personally sponsor and they become platinums, okay, through the rank system, and you can become a ruby. And then you get two personally sponsored rubies that gain rank that way, and you can become an emerald. But they rank up that way. And all that volume somebody else is getting paid on. You're missing it. So this one chart, I think, does everything in explaining when you talk to people where you want to start at. Because if you start here, somebody else is making this money as you build. Because there are people going to come in at 12x. There are going to be people that come in at 24x, and you are limited to this right there. Even on the coded bonus side, you only get $30. Okay. So that's when I presented this each time as we were rolling out, and we're still in the rollout phase, by the way. We haven't stopped rolling out. Okay. We're going to be in our rollout for the first 12 months that I'm engaged in the business for sure. I still call it first 12 months that you're engaged in the business. It's rollout. So what I want people to do is when they get in here, I want them to get all their money back as quick as possible. This is how you do it right here. Just look at it. This is exactly how you do it. This is exactly how you do it. Even at $299, you got all your money back plus by doing just exactly that. Getting your three, getting your next three, you got all your money back just that way. We're not even talking about the binary income you're going to be getting. That's in addition to this. And then binary check match that comes later. That's in addition. This is where that big income is, everyone. So I want you to take this chart. I want you to put it in your phone. I want you to have it. I want you to be able to discuss this with people. I want you to be able to get them on the line with me if there's no understanding. Because see, when they join, they got the month that they join in, plus one more month to get their qualifying volume for rank up. So even if they started with one bag or two bags, or they started with at $299, they got the following month to make extra orders to get qualified as 24x. So if they came in at 5 bags here at a platinum, they buy 19 more bags before the end of this following month that they join. So if people like join today, and they only have today and next month to get it done. If they join it the first of the month, they got that whole month plus the following month. That's just the way the rule is. It's not a 60-day period. It is the month that you join plus one. It's a grace month is what it is to be able to upgrade. They give you a grace to upgrade, okay? And you do it by ordering the total amount of what is required here. So if they started with one pack, they can buy what, 4, and they can upgrade here, and they're starting here. If they started with one pack, they'd have to buy 11 more to upgrade here. If they started with 2 packs, they'd have to buy 10 more packs. Okay, they can mix and mingle whatever they want. Okay, so they bought 2 packs to start with. They could get a 5X pack of just cafe and a 5X pack of matcha if they want. They get a 5X pack of sticks, or they can get mixed what they've got different 5X packs. as long as they're ordering a total of 12 within that time period, then that's where they start. They have to, and they get, and there's first order bonus paid on that. Okay. Outside of that, you can rank up 6 months later by ordering the difference too. As long as you bought that many total bags, you can rank up. Okay. But the key is you're not going to get first order bonuses. You're not going to get you're only going to get paid in that fight. So the other chart that I like to show people at this stage is this is the starting, and then you look at the starting packs. We have 1 pack, 2 packs, the 5X, the 12X, the 24X, the that 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 picture. Now I can go to it on the comp plan, but the last thing I'd like to say, if you're not aware of it, I want you to. I'm going to stop share. I'm going to go to our back office. I'm going to go. I got to get here to get to the back office. And I'll just log into my girl's account here. This is beginning the month here. Last Thursday was payday, and we all want to go to resources. I want everybody to be able to go to resources. Okay? And then I want you to be able to go to your support center just by doing exactly what I just did. You click on resources, go to support center, and encourage you as part of your job description, watch video a day, do a training, do the piquing of the interest, the 5, about your list building. I want to make sure that you have watched every video back here. Business presentation, a AGARA launch training, and there's more here than just these 3. And we're just going through the category. Compensation planning, training videos, and also they got the Canva presentation videos that are available, and you can print them out one step at a time, or you can go to Canva and convert it to a PDF and print out. But what I want to just share with you, there's the comp plan, and they got the price list. They got, and this is where you make they got product cards, brochures, everything back here. This company is not like a 6-month-old company. This company is like it's 10, 15 years old with the quality of material and support. And then we got our leadership team support for you along with the company. And so we got everything ready here for you to build. It's your key is learning how to use it, learning how to plug in, learning how to duplicate with the tools that we have available for you and I to together build a new community, a new team as we expand and exponentiate this one together. That's what we're doing. And you're my ground floor team. Okay? You're the ones that we're doing it with. And the company is expanding globally at the same time. And that whole expansion gets to come under up, like I was using our young lady, Francine, that's in everyone I personally sponsored. Guess what? She's building on it. Everyone I personally sponsor again or gets in that personal sponsor line, Every one of you are having a global business built under you right now. And that's going to exponentiate as this company grows and develops in time. And that's why I tell everybody from our old business, they need to be a member here. I don't care if they're just a product member. I don't care if they're just a $49 member and they're buying a bag every every month to use for themselves or their family or whomever. They're positioned in this huge organization that's going to be built underneath them and their family for the future. And and then they can learn how to do it. But to start later, years later, you miss that ground floor opportunity. That ground floor opportunity to have a huge organization built under you while you're learning how to deal with it. That's the opportunity I'm offering everybody in my old organization if they want to take advantage of it. That's it. Nothing more. And so I gave you two opportunities. I told you to pick one which one you like the best. Focus on that, but be a part of the other one because you're going to lose a significant opportunity of a lifetime not being part of a functional coffee business like that. No company, so I'm going to summarize it this way. What caught my attention, they had $1 million in sales in one day when they had their grand opening. Well, they had to do a lot of pre-marketing to have the interest, but for no company's ever done that, everybody. I want you to hear my word. No company I know of has ever done that. And then they follow it up in the first 4 months. They did $10 million in sales. The product's got to work. People wouldn't keep buying it. And it was built off of people sharing samples, but sharing them the right way. And I'm going to teach how to share the samples in another training. Now I'm going to do it here because I got the message I wanted to get to you. And for those that listen to this, and you should be sharing it with your prospects even. You should be sharing it with your members that you've already sponsored that are not here live to make sure they listen to this. But these products work. Y'all have heard my testimonies, and I don't give fake testimonies. You can look at the thousands of people, but their sales speak louder than anything. And the fact that this company was able to open in one of the most difficult markets in the world to open a direct selling company to open up a product company, Canada, and even the Philippines, because they got an FDA, they have FDA approvals, just like we do in the US. But they got this product approved and shipping into Canada on May 2nd, when I sponsored Francine. And she was clawing at me that she ran out of product and she needed more product. Yeah, I sent her a bag. And that's expensive to send to Canada. Yeah, and I paid for the bag. Yeah, that's expensive. Takes money to make money. I mean, I know that principle, but I knew I wasn't wasting it on her because I had a commitment. She already was interested in it. She wanted it. She wanted to see it, and she trusted me. And she goes, this product works anywhere on me, anywhere near like it. I'm hearing all these testimonies. I'm in. And she came in and she would have came in. She was ready to come in at the 1349, but they could only come in at modified comp plan and as a 5X in Canada. And then she gets 3 5X and but she's already an emerald. She got her foundation team, she's got her infinity team, and now she's still blowing and going on her infinity team, adding more and more every day. Okay. That's all under y'all, every one of you. I think there's not a person on the screen other than guests that's maybe not under, maybe one or two. Okay. But anyone I personally sponsored, you definitely are. And your first three are definitely are. And you have that global business underneath you that could continue growing. And as I continue to sponsor, and believe me, I'm going to continue sponsoring people. I'm not three and a done. I'm reaching out all the time. Okay. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to share. I hope y'all see what I see. I hope you're part of this ground floor. I hope if you're hearing this, you join whoever shared it with you, become part of our team, become part of this growth, become give yourself the change, an opportunity to, for the first time in your life, to be at the right place at the right time with the right leadership team with the right products as it globally expands around the world, and see how your life would change in the next 5 and 10 years by becoming a part-time player, building the way I teach in the Bob Reid success system and using the support system. I've never had a support system that I'm joining. I don't have to do it all myself anymore. I got Robert, I got his team, I got the company. We've got the best ever everything that I've ever seen in my 35 plus years experience in network marketing here. And we got global expansion in front of us, and they got a CEO that's done it before. He's already opened in 40 countries with a product oriented company. He's got the experience, he's got the knowledge, he's got the know-how, and man, I'm telling you, that guy gives great leadership training for a CEO of a company because he was grounded like you and I, building a network marketing business. And he's been in it ever since college, ever since he was 18. He's been in network marketing. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And he ran his own company for years and years and years. Pretty cool. Okay. Be part. Don't lose out on this. And you're really setting a true legacy for you and your family. Thank you. See you on the beaches of the world.